Hello and welcome again. Just 3 months after our trip to the Canary Islands, we are traveling again. This time we will take you to Malta, a small island located in the Mediterranean Sea. Is it worth going there? Is it warm, expensive, and is it anything to do there? Stay with us, and as always, we'll try to answer all above questions. Ladies and gents, this is Malta. The flight from Manchester took about 4 hours. We picked our car and headed to our accommodation. We rented the car from the Sicily by a car. The car was a bit tired of life, not clean inside, and strange warning lights came on in the cockpit from time to time. Overall, we don't recommend Sicily by the car. On the first day, we went to the breakfast to a small but busy cafe located near the famous tourist attraction Golden Bay Beach.
Okay, so we just arrived to Malta and we're going to start exploration. We start from a breakfast. So far so good.
I have Maltese scramblets. So Martin's going to try the famous fatira.
So we are in Malta, we're trying the famous bread.
You already took a chunk.
It's tuna and cheese and fresh tomato.
How is it?
I like the crunchiness.
I like the crunchiness.
Very good.
Nice.
Very nice. Apple's Eye, Golden Bay. It's definitely a place we can recommend, especially at the beginning of the day. Lots of energy and decent food. We are in Golden Bay, Malta. So far we landed. This is a very busy place. The traffic all over. Lots and lots of people, even though it's just 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, I guess this is the beginning of the season, plus kids' school holidays as well. So yeah, busy place, but cool at the same time.
As I mentioned in previous vlogs, we are not very big fans of commercial places, so we didn't stay there too long. Next on our list of tourist attractions was Popeye Village, a small village built specially for a movie set. This is an attraction intended for youngest travelers, but I would lie if I said that we didn't have a lot of fun there. Most of the footage from Popeye, a movie played by Robin Williams, was shot here in Anke Bay.
We're visiting Popeye Village, a movie set. It's a very cool place. You need to have a look with us. Yeah, the main character of the movie, he was played by Robin Williams. He plays the Popeye, which is based on the Polish character.
Visitors can also see the inside of the buildings where the film was shot, walk along the narrow streets through which the fictional characters run, and can also participate in several interactive games and activities with the actors dressed as the characters from the film. You can also climb the roofs of the buildings, from which you can see a high cliff, called also Popeye Cliff, as well as a small azure bay where you can swim. You can also grab some refreshing drinks and chill out for a few moments on one of the terraces located on the back of the film set.
In Popeye Village you can play all sorts of games. You can, for example, use the toilet roll and toss them.
Yeah.
You can pop into the comic museum, where you can find some memorabilia from the movie. Visitors can also sit in one of two cinemas and watch Popeye movie. Generally, we strongly encourage you to visit this place because it's fun for everyone. After visiting Popeye village, we go to the top of Popeye Cliff to once again have a quick look at the entire village from a slightly different perspective. The view is breathtaking and we appreciate the fact that we are here in such a beautiful place. Continuing our journey, we went to the nearby town of Malta. The reason for the visit was lunch, and we managed to see some local monuments from a few hundred years ago. During lunch, we tested the local pop drink called Kinney.
So we're going to try a Maltese soft drink, Kinney. It looks like, what does it remind you, Johnny? Like something from England?
What can I say? It's just like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. Jenny liked it a lot. Me, not so much.
It's okay.
The local dessert at the Spiral restaurant also deserved to be mentioned on this occasion. We highly recommend it. On the way back from the village, we decided to visit St. Agatha's Tower, built in 1649, which we called Red Castle. Unfortunately, upon arrival, it turned out that the tourist attraction was closed that day and we only managed to see it from the outside. Even though we didn't manage to go inside, it was still worth coming here, just for the wonderful landscapes. St. Agatha's Tower, painted red by the Knights of St. John's, so could be recognized from other towers in line of vision, such as the White Tower of Malta and the Santa Maria Tower of Comino. This magnificent tower continued to play a starring role throughout Malta's military past, long after the Knights' departure from Malta in 1798. When traveling around the world, in addition to visiting interesting places and seeing interesting monuments, we also look for culinary attractions. That evening we visited the United Bar and Restaurant, also known as Restaurant Behind the Church in Mugar. The interior of the place was pleasant and friendly, helpful staff invited us inside.
We are in a restaurant called United, or Restaurant Behind the Church. We're pretty excited about the food served here. We're starting with the bread.
We ordered a few dishes to try, such as rabbit liver, snails, then rabbit stew, ribs and spaghetti with seafood. To finish, we ordered creme brulee.
And we continue our feast with trio, which is
Three rabbit, and then one of them is quail, which might be this one. Yeah, it's the little bone, and that is horse.
As for mine, well, we know what we're having. A ribs. What do you have?
Seafood, pasta. Right, so it's seafood spaghetti, but I'll
Overall, we rated this place 5 out of 5. The United Bar and Restaurant in Mugar is really worth visiting. The next day we decided to continue our culinary adventure and move to Valletta, the capital of the island, where our guide was waiting for us.
Pastizzi with peas, these.
Right, thank you.
Yes.
We started our food adventure with pastizzi, a local delicacy resembling puff pastry filled with ricotta cheese inside.
Eating pastizzi in the middle of Valletta. That's so good. Amazing.
Very crispy dough with a very significant distinctive flavor. Overall, highly recommended. After a quick meal, we dove deep into this beautiful city. We walked through the narrow streets of Valletta, passing various buildings and historical places such as Royal Opera House, the Parliament of Malta and Jean Parisot de Valette Square. As the capital city of Malta, Valletta is steeped in history. despite of being no more than 1 square kilometers in size. The city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Valletta is described by UNESCO as one of the most concentrated historical places in the world. Next stop at one of the local stalls to try ordinary Maltese strawberries. It might seem like nothing special, nothing could be more further from the truth. Local strawberries taste nothing like those imported to England. It's worth to try to understand what I'm talking about here.
Simple thing like the strawberries with an amazing flavor, honestly. Simple thing.
Doesn't soak up this one like sauce.
As she said, very real flavor.
Next stop on our list, Museum Cafe. A small cafe first opened in 1921, and again few local delicacies.
There's another Maltese specialty, which I don't know at the moment. I don't know what that is. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. It's good inside. It's like a jam or marmalade. What was this again? Yeah.
It is Arabic.
It was
While walking through the narrow and colorful streets of Valletta, you can easily notice a very characteristic architectural detail added to some historical houses and flats: colorful balconies. The original Arab balconies dates back to ancient times. Its original purpose was to provide protection from the sun, heat, and today it became a beautiful design addition to the outside of the buildings. The next stop on our list is a chocolate district, a small underground place for chocolate lovers. We tried various specialties here, such as chocolate coffee, chocolate with local salt, and cheese. Well, some of the flavors were rather original, but again we encourage you to visit this friendly place.
So here in Chocolate District we're trying different kinds of chocolate. This one is very bizarre because it contains goat milk, pepper goat cheese. Very strange combination. I would never think to do anything like this, to mix it into chocolate, but hey, let's try it. Very interesting flavor.
I wouldn't say it's the worst flavour, but I wouldn't say it was my most favourite chocolate.
I'm going to try the original Maltese coffee and made in the Maltese way. So let's find out.
If you are Celia,
It smells different than our coffee.
Celia, so no, you can. Because only for yes.
Weird.
Do you not like it?
So you are, yes.
I would say I like it, but I understand this is like a Christmassy flavor to me.
It's like an earthy smell.
What is it like?
And the same, obviously, chocolates, we don't have cocoa beans. The cocoa beans of the chocolates is made from Madagascar.
In Valletta you can find beautiful gardens divided into Upper Baraka Garden and Lower Baraka Garden. The Upper Baraka Gardens are public gardens, and along with the Lower Baraka Gardens in the same city, they offer a panoramic view of Grand Harbour. The gardens are located in the upper tier of St. Peter's and Paul's Bastion, which was built in the 1560s. In the upper gardens you can watch cannon firing show, which take place every day at 12 and 4 p.m, apart from Sunday. But before the show, we decided to visit a Malta Time Gone museum. It was an interesting experience, which took us back in a few hundred years ago. It was really worth it. Plus, the museum ticket included the cannon firing show. The Malta Heritage Trust acquired the battery in 2004 and began to restore it to its 19th century configuration. It now has working cannon, artillery store, gunpowder magazine, and a collection of historical ordnances.
Every day at 4 o'clock they shoot the cannons here, so it's worth to see this. And there are two options to come there. One option is to pay for the lift, which is €1 per head, return ticket, and you're using a lift, or you can just walk the stairs as we're walking right now. Well, maybe it was worth it to pay €1, maybe not. Let's find out. At the moment it's not that bad. Well, I'm thinking maybe it was worth to pay €1. Okay, let's carry on.
We thought that we should use the stairs to go down to the military shop, which quickly turned out to be a mistake. Not only we didn't take elevator, turned out that the stairs led to the sea and the descent took about 10 minutes. Having learned from unpleasant experience here, we quickly paid for the elevator to go up.
We took the lift back because it's long way to walk.
Yes. And we have like 4 minutes.
Got 4 minutes to see the
We've got 3.
cannon shooting.
The saluting battery was mainly used for the firing ceremonial gun salutes and signals, but it also saw military use during the blockage of 1798 and 1800 and also during the Second World War. Before the show, soldiers conduct a small presentation of a weapon and talk about the tradition associated with cannon shots. After that, we are moving on the Valletta's main square, St. George Square, home to the President's Palace and other Baroque and neoclassical buildings. This is also the place where the famous Hollywood productions have been shot, like latest Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion. We move further through the picturesque streets of Valletta, passing historic buildings and places where the World War Z was filmed. For the short moment, we debating where to go next. After short deliberation, our next stop is Lower Barocca Garden. The Lower Barocca Garden is a peaceful space in the heart of Valletta, offering spectacular views of the Grand Harbour. The Lower Barocca Gardens are situated in the heart of Valletta, not far from the Upper Barocca Gardens. Those gardens are built on the bastion edge with stunning views over the breakwater entrance to the Grand Harbour, Fort Rascoli, Fort Sant'Angelo in Vittoriosa and Calcara. Apart from the fantastic view, the peaceful garden is home to many trees and colorful flowers and cats resting in the side. Even though the gardens are very small, they are very popular with both local and tourists who would like to spend a relaxing time in the city. Final stop, St. John's Co-Cathedral. The conventual church built by the Order of the Knights of St. John was completed in 1577. The order dedicated this church to St. John the Baptist. Over the years, the church was transformed from a basic manierist church into the most outstanding treasure. Throughout the centuries, every Grand Master and many knights donated gifts of high artistic value and made enormous contribution to enrich this church with the best works of arts by leading artists of the time. The dawn of the 17th century brought in a new decorative style referred to as Baroque. The entire floor of the church is covered with the marble tombstones. They commemorate some of the most illustrious knights of the order. Several of them were members of powerful aristocratic families of the Europe. The cathedral's interior is extremely ornate, standing in a sharp contrast with the facade. Further we go towards the nave dedicated to Caravaggio. The large painting appears in front of us. The painting depicting the beheading of St. John the Baptist, 1608, by Caravaggio is the most famous work of the church. Considered one of the Caravaggio's masterpieces, the largest canvas he painted and the only painting signed by the painter, the canvas is displayed in the oratory. We are slowly leaving Valletta with our heads full of memories and mental pictures of this incredible city. Valletta is a must-see for all travelers visiting Malta. Okay, this is it for today. If you like our video, if you find it useful and interesting, please like and subscribe to our channel, and it helps us to create more contents like this. Also join us in the second part of our Malta's adventure, which is coming soon. See you next time!